Hi everyone, welcome back to Acres of Clay. I'm Rhonda. A few days ago I put out a post asking if any of you had questions for us because I was going to put out this Q&A video, and I know it's getting a little bit dark outside, but I want to answer a few of these questions. I'm going to answer some, and then when Kevin has time we'll answer some more of them together. So I can answer a few of them anyways. The first question comes from AO, who says, would it be possible to do an equipment tour? And that, I guess, would be possible. I'm not sure that we would just line everything up and show you all, but we could definitely show you what we have. There's not a whole lot to show, but the next question is, Beeffellow Jr. says, how do we store our silage? Our silage is stored on just a big concrete slab, and we just make piles. So with the tractor, we just push it all up, pack it, and then we end up covering it and putting tires, tying tires on the top and down the sides, and that's how we store it. Alright, the next one comes from Pete. He says, is milking cows your only agricultural income, or are there other incomes? Milking cows is our only income. Once in a while we'll do a little bit of custom work with machinery, but for the most part we don't do very much of that like we used to. When we first got our baler, we would custom bale for people all over, but not so much anymore. We don't do a lot of that. And when my husband first started farming, he bought a brand new John Deere forage harvester, and he did a lot of custom work with that also, which we don't do that anymore either. Just takes a lot of time, and honestly we don't have that much time. Let's see. Tin Man says he saw Ethan, which is our second son, with a nice turkey that he shot in one of our videos. Do any of our other family members hunt or fish? Ethan's pretty much the only one that does the hunting, outdoorsman type activities. He's really into that. Although Kevin used to hunt when he was, well, before he got married. Not that I've stopped him from hunting, he just doesn't have that passion. My family, I have brothers that hunt. It's a big deal with my family. And Kevin's side of the family, he has siblings that hunt as well. What else did he say? Oh, yeah. Not that there's a lot of time. Yeah, so he likes to go hunting. He usually will get up really early in the morning before the sun rises to go hunting. And then he doesn't spend all day out there. He'll go out again in the evening before it gets too late. Jim asks, how many cows do we milk? We milk right now, we're milking about 180 to 190. I'm not sure the number. I know Kevin just dried off a bunch, but we have a whole bunch of dry cows that are going to freshen here shortly. So it's really up and down right now. Actually, we may be closer to 180 because we have so many dry cows right now that we may be on the lower end, and then eventually we'll climb back up. So yeah, that's a very popular question that a lot of people ask, and so it's right around 180 to 190. Alright, Cheryl, how long have you been dairy farmers? So both my husband and I grew up on dairy farms. My parents still farm. They have a farm just south of us a ways, and their farm is much bigger. I have 4 brothers, and 3 of them are are operating that farm right now, and then my dad also. And so they're all part of the farm, and I think they're milking, I don't really know how much they are milking. I think around 1,000 though. They have a big rotary milker, and it would be cool to show you guys that rotary milker because it's they put that in a couple years ago, and it's just really neat to see. Oh, so so I grew up on a dairy farm. I milked cows for my dad, and actually Kevin grew up on a dairy farm as well, but sorry, there's a bug out here. Kevin grew up on a dairy farm as well, but his dad sold out in a government buyout in 1988, I believe, and he was just young then, so he always had a desire for cattle. So he actually went to work for my dad milking cows when he was in high school. So that's how I met him. I was still quite young when he came to work for us, so we've always been dairy farmers. Nice. Carl says, nice family, good kids, thanks. Appreciate you guys and all your kind words. We reread them all, at least I read them all, and we appreciate all your kindness. Thomas asks how much the dairy plant to pay for milk. Okay, so right now we are getting about, it fluctuates every month a little bit, but not too much. But right now, last check was about $17 per 100, and that's in American dollars, which isn't great, but it's not bad. I mean, we've seen milk really low, and that was really bad, but we've overcome that, and we would like to see it go up a little bit more, but you know, $17 isn't terrible, but that's what we're at right now. And then he asks, are you planning on enlarging the farm? Yeah, I guess so. We kind of are, we're going to kind of stop buying herds and springers from other farms. We bought a couple farms that were selling out, and we bought their herds, and then we bought another farm that sold out. We bought his springers, but we're going to stop doing that because we have so many that we're running out of room, and then all of my calves that I'm raising, they're getting bigger, and a lot of them are starting to freshen too. So we are growing, and we're running out of room. Maybe futuristically, looking into the future, we hope to maybe build another freestall barn and keep growing, but not yet. Not yet. Okay. What's next? How about a full demo of milking? John asks. We could do that. It would be kind of boring, I would think, doing the whole milking. So I'll just see once. Ricky asks, have we ever owned a John Deere tractor? I don't think so. No, I don't. Since we've been married, we have not. We've had New Holland. We've had, Massey. We had a white, but I don't know if that white wasn't ours. We've had Cat tractors, Cat Track tractors. The Challenger is an AGCO now that we have, and then we have some Masseys. But no, never had a John Deere. I've drove John Deeres, but they're more pricier, and the repairs are more pricier. Let's see. Let me do one more. I know it's getting dark, so I need to go in for a bit. So I'll do Mama Bear's Homestead. She asked, do you homeschool? Yes, we do homeschool. We homeschool, this year there will just be 2, so Sanders and Mackenzie. Mackenzie's a senior, so she'll be graduating next year, and Sanders is in 6th grade. So, you know, he's got a little ways to go. But yeah, it's kind of weird because I was homeschooling 4 at one time, and now I'm only down to 2. So it's kind of, it just seems to be getting easier for some reason. She also asked, how long have we been married? And that, our anniversary is November 7th, and we will be married 21 years. So, 21 years this November. The baby cow that I tube fed, oh, is it eating better? Yeah, that was a while ago. I'll actually have to look that up on the video that I tube fed it so I can remember her number, and then I'll give you an update on that, because I think she's long weaned and is across the road now. But yeah, she was doing a lot better. It only had to tube her, I think I only had to tube her once, maybe twice. I haven't remembered all that. So all right, I'm gonna stop here. It's getting pretty dark and it's gonna look grainy if I keep going. But for the rest of the questions, I'm going to have Kevin with me and we can do those together. All right, we are back, and this time Kevin's with me. So we're gonna finish answering the questions that you guys have sent to us. I already answered some.
Finish?
Yeah, I already answered some of them in it earlier yesterday. It's a new day. And we were gonna go out on the patio and do it, but it's cold out there.
It's starting to get, well, it's darker.
And it's dark too. All right, so some of these questions are for you.
For me?
Yeah.
And thanks for 3,000 subscribers.
Yeah. We hit over 3,000 subscribers today, so that's exciting. It's kind of amazing, but
it's good.
We're thankful for all of you. All right, let me get to the questions. I wrote some of them down. All right, Paul asks, how many acres do you farm?
Well,
Is that a hard question?
Well, we farm probably 350 acres.
I said 400.
But, well, it's 350.
We picked up a little bit.
Yeah, it's 350 to 4. Depends on, this year it's actually more because we got a lot of ground that other people couldn't plant. So we planted forage crops like oats and forage crops like oats and sorghum on them, just because it was too wet for them to plant. They collected government insurance, and insurance this year would let them plant a forage crop, so we did that. So it's probably closer to 500 acres this year.
Probably, yeah.
But it varies from year to year.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Good job.
Good job.
All right. Joel asks, how are you making out with the low dairy and commodity prices?
We don't sell no commodities.
No, but we have to buy them.
We do buy them, and they are up right now.
Yeah, they're a little higher.
A little higher, but it's going all right. I mean, we have low overhead. I mean, a lot of our stuff's paid for, so I mean, it's.
We don't run a lot of new equipment.
Wow,
Some people think we might, but.
We run relatively new stuff, but we do a lot of our own work, and that saves a lot of money. Because we're just able to figure stuff out and how stuff works. So I mean,
low dairy. I mean, we've seen lower dairy prices.
Yeah. 2001 was really bad. I mean, I don't think what we're going through now really compares to that. But yeah, it's low right now.
But it's not terrible.
It's not terrible though. I mean, a lot of guys are growing, and we're one of them. I mean, it's just, I see it more as opportunity versus not being bad, I guess.
Yeah.
So, because it's going to turn around at some point, and I mean, we'll do real well then. So.
All right, Tom asks,
what time do you start?
What time do we start our day?
We start at 8:30, early 8:30.
8:30. Maybe you
do. I'm always.
I mean 8.
I'm always the first one up, and then he slowly gets up, and then we wake the kids up because for some reason they're not old enough to get up on their own yet.
They're old, but they don't want to get up on their own.
Oh, it's too nice to sleep in every single morning.
So yeah, it's typically we're scratching, thinking about getting up 7:30 or so, and I mean, yeah, so
7:30 is when you might roll out of bed. I'm a little earlier. Be nice. Ask the question. What's your opinion on robotic milkers?
my opinion about robotic milkers, they're a very good idea, but if they could get their price down, it would be something to consider.
I thought their maintenance was quite expensive.
Yeah, maintenance.
Just to maintain them every single
that's
month.
that's what I'm.
What?
You put your finger in my tea?
No.
I think you did.
I did not. I might have put a fingernail.
That's kind of, I guess, my opinion. If the price would come down, I mean, they're dropping down, they're getting more reasonably priced, but if they come down even more, then it's a possibility, because for the number of head that we do, and how many that we would have to put in, it's not really cost effective, I guess.
Not right now. Not for us.
You
have to watch.
Yeah, you have to have somebody on call versus if you can milk all your cows in a
Couple hours.
well, yeah, it's 3 hours now. But I mean, if you can milk them all in 3 hours and have somebody do it, I mean, I think you're a little further ahead. So, because a robot can't do everything. Like if you get mastitis or something like that, you gotta
Deal with it.
You gotta deal with it. You gotta physically do it yourself. So you're always spending looking for cows, or always having to fetch. They call them fetch cows. You're always having to fetch cows or do something along that line. So, not at the moment. I guess it's not some. And what's the other question?
The other question's, have you ever thought about going organic?
We are very close to organic as it is.
We've thought about it in the past, but never to pursue it.
We never pursued it, but we're very close to organic
It
now.
takes 3 years just to qualify to get your ground ready, your cattle, everything, isn't it? 3 years.
3 years for your ground, because it's mainly your ground.
And and
But to be organic, we use,
we're pretty natural in the way we do things.
I guess we're more of a natural dairy, because I don't treat no cows. We don't do anything that
Requires more work.
Sometimes it's more work. We take the more natural approach on.
Because we don't use any of the hormones for synchronizing for breeding. We don't use we don't treat mastitis. We let the cow's own immune system take care of it, which about 99% of the time it works. But yeah, being organic, I mean, there's few people around here that have done it. Right now, you can't even get into it because their market's saturated too, and their price their price ain't real great either. But
Are there any questions for me?
No questions for you.
But no.
Maybe, just wait, okay? Let's ask another one. Are you done with that one?
Yeah.
Next question. Beef Fellow Jr. asks, how do you dry and keep your garden seeds, or do I buy new every year?
You buy new.
I do buy new, but I also do save.
The hydrator, and we put them on a tray.
I don't use the dehydrator to dry seeds. And I pretty much let them dry down on the plant as much as possible, and then I just collect the dry seeds. So, a bean, like the noodle beans, for instance, I'm letting them dry on the plants. My flowers, I just let that, if I want to save a certain flower, I just let that flower die until that seed, and then I collect it, and then I put it in a container, and then I store it in my garage in a tote. So, but most stuff I do buy new. All right, next question, Glenn. How many years do your milking cows remain in the herd? Is it 2 or 3 cycles, or is it more?
We have
I
cows.
should do this.
we have cows that have been here 10 years, and we have cows that don't make it a year. So I mean, it depends on whether
They make it a year.
whether they get pregnant or not. It's kind of the whole gist of it.
A year is only a breeding age.
A cycle is a
One
year.
cycle.
Yeah,
But that's not a year old.
No, they're 3 years old. Well,
So some cows.
some cows are 3 years, and we have some that are 10, 11, 12
Yeah,
years
12
old.
years old. Cycle after cycle. They're very regular. They give birth. They're
Yeah, those
good
are,
mamas.
They're good mamas.
Sometimes you have a cow that can't breed back.
They have to go.
And, well,
They find
we can't
a new job.
support them. It's not economical. All right. Okay. Nicholas asks, does your family ever think about doing a kids farm day, like a petting zoo or different animals on your farm, or like a farm tour of your property and a kid ride along on machinery in cab tractors or equipment?
No,
No. That would be pretty
we're not into the social farming.
no. We are not social farmers.
That's what it is. And yeah.
But YouTube's kind of making it social.
Well, you see a little more glimpse of what we do, but
Yeah.
that's not.
We tend to be kind of private in what we do.
It's just the fact that it's time consuming, and I just don't.
There's a lot of liability with that, having
I
kids and animals around.
It's all right if, because we have a lot of neighbors come over with their kids and stuff like that, visit, but to have just an all-out
Petting zoo or something? No, we don't do that. We don't do farm tours.
We're not social like that.
I don't think there's that much to look at.
It's just.
So I guess that is all the questions that we have for today. If you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comments below. And we thank you all for watching, for subscribing. Please hit the like button. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. Anything else you want to add?
And if you want other questions answered, watch a lot of the earlier videos. They'll answer them.
No, read the comments.
That too.
Do you want to add anything?
Don't have time.
She's quiet. Alright, everyone. Thanks for watching. Take care.
I didn't know what to say. What am I supposed to say?
Bye.
Hi, everyone. People say we look like sisters.
Guess what, guys?
We're not!
We're not sisters. We don't even look alike.
I have a fat face, skinny
I have a
face,
skinny face.
light brown hair,
Dark.
brown hair. I have little eyes.
I have big eyes.
And buck teeth.
Mine are bucker.
Cheekbones that are just.
I thought you didn't have time.
And my cheekbones are right here, like super. Yeah.
Nope.
And I'm so old.
Now
She
you're
has gray
40.
hair. I have gray hair.